for the FRL once again, everybody. Tonight we are doing an exhibition race for the Amazon Cup Series, and it is at Talladega. Rob, tell us about Talladega. Absolutely. I don't want to take the time here to introduce our third broadcast partner for the evening. We have Adam Osofsky here with us.
How you doing?
Broadcasting tonight. Adam, it's good to have you in the booth for once. So, we're here for Dega. It's going to be a big old plate race. It's going to be 50 laps for tonight. 50 laps tonight. They are going to have the first two stages at 20 laps, with the third stage being a 10-lap sprint. And then they have a mandatory pit stop to make at the end of stage 2. They have to make a mandatory tire change. I don't know if that means all 4 or just 2, but I am being told that it is just a mandatory tire change at the end of lap 40.
Sure, something.
So they are going to be running the 94 laps of the event, but they're only going to run 50 of those laps. So it'll be interesting to keep up as far as that goes. This evening, I'm going to grab my laptop real quick and pull up Geo's streams and all that. So this will be interesting as we go. I believe they are getting ready to create the lobby as we speak.
Okay.
So, Adam, you got any input for the race?
Yeah, we all know Dega and plate tracks are your bread and butter when it comes to league racing.
Is Adam alive?
I didn't want to say it.
Is he here? I'll just break the ice right now. I don't know if he's here.
Oh my god.
There's the mic. Okay.
There's the mic.
So, Adam, tell us about Talladega and plate racing, since you're so good at it in these league races.
It's all about staying behind the driver in front of you. Drafting is a big factor now, since Heat 3 does not allow you to bump draft as much anymore, so you can't stick to your driver. But it's always a good thing to be behind the driver, because you want to stay behind the draft. It helps you maintain your fuel, and a pit stop, believe it or not, will determine your good position. So, like Rob could vouch, you could probably vouch. I've won Talladega, I think, once or twice in my career in league. So it's always the big key. Fuel is the biggest key in this race, and just staying out of the big one is also a big key in this race.
Absolutely. Avoiding that big wreck is definitely going to be key. They are having the invites sent out right now. Once those are out, I will accept it once the time goes down, and I will invite you guys into the race for the broadcast. But I am also hearing that everybody is allowed to pick whatever car they well please. And so this should be interesting once again, Rob, this week, of having to call car numbers that aren't actually there on track. So hopefully I don't make any too awful mistakes as far as car numbers. There's about 35 seconds left on the clock. It's probably about 20-some now before the race starts.
Larson, Bowman, or...
Yeah, we will. I've worked on it. You know, they have the 17 in this race this week as well. So there's another blue car out on track. They just love messing with me. So this will be fun. So you know, I guess it's just a thing. I'm going to accept the invite now, as the clock has expired, and I will be working on getting in there and sending you guys invites.
Alright, sounds good.
Let me go ahead. This is going to be on mine because I'm just that awesome. The invites have been sent to y'all. Just a reminder, guys, it is a 50-lap race, even though it does say 94 on the screen as you see it there. But they're only going to run 50 of them. It's going to be 20 laps for stages 1 and 2, with the mandatory pit stop after stage 2, and a 10-lap sprint to the finish. So this should be very interesting.
Alright, so I'm in, Rob's in, you're in, so that means we have to find... Well, once it's loaded, it'll...
Yeah.
Yeah, once it loads, and then...
You guys can go ahead and hit the options button. Hopefully they wait for us at the start for a pace lap.
Alright, cool.
And it looks like they are indeed going to try and wait for us here.
Alright, that's it. This is pretty cool that they're allowing you to watch the races, keep an eye on the drivers. You know, it sucks that we don't have names, but like, I don't know who these drivers are, but it's cool that we will find out. We will just call by car numbers then.
Yes.
Old school broadcasting.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Hang on just a second. I'm going to rip some...
Oh, and it's green. The 78 is pushing the 4 very aggressively.
So we are underway. They have already started. Guess they didn't. I guess they didn't want to wait.
Boys, let's go racing.
Let's go Dega racing. And so yeah, we are seeing. We are on board with a lot of the pack here. Everybody is nose to tail right now. First through about 11th or so. No, I'm in. I'm in, but you guys didn't take a pace up like I thought you were going to.
We got a big crash on turn 1 and 2.
We got a big crash in 1 and 2. Well, it takes us a minute to get in because we got to wait until the time expires.
Oh, there's someone's hitting the wall hard back there. 88 car in the wall. 88 car was involved. Let's see who else was involved.
But it looks like right now the 4 of Joe and the 78 of Daniel Fritz are running 1-2 up front.
So right now the 12 and the 9 are drafting each other.
Yes, this is very interesting. And the 7 is trying to make a move here for 3rd with the 42, and it looks like they won't be able to get anything going. Yeah, Danica's up front, running up in 3rd spot. And it looks like they're going to be about... Yeah, they're all kind of all over the place here.
They're bunching up right now, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Gary, but you look at that 78 car, he's trying to hold that line, but it seems like he's trying to go by below the double yellow. What do you think, Rob?
Yeah, just a little bit, but as long as he doesn't pass below, he'll be fine.
Yeah, it looks like maybe he's trying to protect his position from the 1 car, perhaps?
The 78. That 1 car is a little squirrely right now. Hey, Rob, does that look familiar from Daytona last year? Triton holding his line.
Here comes the 42 is trying to make a move to the inside, down below the double yellow line, and he will complete the pass.
The 42's helping in. New leader, the 78. No, not clear yet.
And
we got a wreck
behind us.
The 20 car.
But it looked like, I will say, the 42 did pass below the double yellow to advance his position. So I wonder if he's going to give the spot back. Looks like he is backing
someone on
out.
The grass here, and that's the 1.
Yes, sir. But
and the 24 just passed him.
No word on caution as of yet. Looks like they are still going pretty quick.
So what's the caution rule on this league? Do they, since there was a huge wreck in the, it looks like they're slowing down, so caution, it looks like it's out.
Yes, the caution is finally out. To be honest with y'all, I am not sure how the cautions work in this league. I've tried to figure it out. It's pretty difficult to say. I don't know if they have like a 2-lap rule or if they have a do it by incidents. I'm not quite sure how they do it. But it looks like they are under caution now. It looks like they'll open the pits possibly next time by.
The drivers catching up, and looks like they're going to. I can't believe I'm playing Captain Obvious. What am I? Susan Wallman from the Yankees broadcasting.
Hey, sometimes it's being a matter of Captain of the Obvious. Somebody's got to be that guy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to play that role, but look at this. The first like 5 laps, there was like 2 wrecks, lead change, and wow, we're witnessing something funny here, guys. This Talladega can do that to you. Side drafting can suck you up and can cause a big wreck. So try to avoid side drafting at all times, unless you have someone behind you to push you away from the side draft.
Yes, absolutely. Back to I want to make fun of myself a little bit, Rob. There are 3 cars that are blue in this race. We got the 78, and I believe the 42.
And the 24.
Yes, and so they all, and the 4 as well. So they all have a bunch of lookalikes out here, and the 17 as well. Yes. So
and the 9.
And the 9. So, you know, we got a lot of blue cars in this race. I'll just...
They have the Napa Labs car for the 9 car out. We all know the Napa Labs cars who have every moth in this 10-mile vicinity.
We're going to have a lot of moths. There's Bring Back the Moth Jokes 2019 for next year. Bring them back. You know, I went to bed one night, seriously, I went to bed one night, and then the next day I wake up and there's a bunch of moth jokes out there with a bunch of moths and memes. It looks like Pit Road is going to be open.
Flame play.
Yes.
Pit Road is open. It looks like everybody will be a taker.
Everyone's coming.
Potentially, except the 41. Looks like the 41 will be staying out on the track.
Yeah, the 41 is decided on.
I think he wants to win the stage, and I think he has good pit strategy coming. Let's see what that 41 car has got in mind. So let's take a look who's going on pit road, and it won't let me. Oh, here we go. All right, now it let me.
Everybody but the 41. So we got the 1, we got the 4, we got the 78, the 20.
Whoever has the number 1 stall is the winner here. So the 1 car is in, so he probably will not be the winner. So if I was a crew chief for this race, 2 tires, fuel, that's it. Unless it all depends on the wear, but 2 tires of fuel seems like it's easy enough to get you through the stage.
Yeah, because this track still does have enough grip, even though the pavement is about 12 years old or so. It looks like they still have enough grip to be able to call 2 tires and get away with it.
Yeah, or even no tires at some points.
Yeah, but if it were me, I would call 4 tires just to get my tire pressures up at 50, because we all know how cheesy this game is. And you know, get and be able to get a little bit of a speed advantage. That does shave your lap time off by about a couple tenths. So,
would you look at the pit stop of the 20 of Gio, George Morov?
Yeah, Gio in the 20 car coming back into this league. This is going to be his first unofficial race back in this league. Looks like he's going with a pretty bold strategy to get his track position back.
Yeah,
like I said,
called by him.
That's pretty cool that he's driving the 20 car. Even I never thought he would take the 20 car usually, but that's pretty cool that the 20 car is back out on the racetrack.
Well, in the normal league race situations, they only have one Toyota running full time, and all the other cars that are in the field are Chevrolets and Fords. So he was wanting to bring in a little bit of variety to the series and run a Toyota. So can't necessarily say I blame him.
The same thing.
And it looks like the pace car is ducking off pit road here as we get ready to go green this time. This will be our first.
Boatmobile?
Yes, the invisible boatmobile. And we are on pit road, and it looks like we are going back to green this time.
Green. And 78 with the shove.
78 with a big shove coming to the line. It looks like the 42 is also up the 20 car. Almost said 24. And here we go. You know,
if I were. Jeez, if I was that 78, I would just say, hold your line. Man, everyone's like tightening up quickly.
Yeah, I feel terrible for you of how bad you are at telling blue cars apart.
It's pretty sad, you know. But the 78 is running around in second, but it looks like everybody's kind of staying single-filed out for now. But I will say, it is at times very difficult to hold a line here to be able to pass people, but it looks like the 78 is going to be able to peek to the inside.
Gonna take back that lead.
And the 41 is going to be able to go to the outside. What a move by him.
Wow,
the 78 will take the inside momentum. The inside line is very organized, and the 78 will be able to take the lead coming to the line.
Do that in real life.
Well, 19 and 19, that's all I got to say, you know.
Fuck yeah.
18 and 19, let's go. Well, how about this right here? The 7 car in second place, and Jeff Gordon's old school paint scheme, which, well, William Byron. Whoa, someone's off their double yellow, and it looks like he's trying to maintain position or trying to pass position. I don't know. I couldn't tell on the camera.
But looks like everybody here is minding their manners so far. It is a plate race, but we're going to see Gio drop to about last position just to stay out of trouble and possibly avoid a big one. And you also see a couple cars even behind him trying to keep it calm here early in the going.
I just want to acknowledge the 17 of Ricky Spinhouse has not caused the disastrous wreck yet. So
there is a car on the apron. It is a 4 car. He is off the pace. It looks like he got loose, but he'll be able to get back on the banking and we'll be okay.
The key, also the biggest key to Talladega race is that do not have a loose race car. Whoa,
they got 3 cars around.
Whoa, we got 2 cars around.
3 cars around. And
it looks like we are going to have a caution. You know, the 20 car had really the best view of that. 20 was able to get through that pretty good. So was the 9, and everybody that was basically in the back was able to get through that pretty good.
So we got someone in the grass.
What kind of advantage do you see? Oh, that's a lag right there for Gio. Kind of spun him out, got him a little loose. So what kind of advantage do you guys see running in the back at these kind of races early on in the race?
Just kind of allows you to pick and choose your battles, I guess. Like, if you not, if say a wreck happens in front of you, you might have more time to avoid it.
Well, if you have someone behind you, then it'd be also a bad thing.
Right. I mean, it kind of seems like whether you're in the front or in the back, you know, there's always that potential of the big one.
No, we did not
Whoa! Is this 41? Is it me or the 41's trying to? And you know, 41's trying to keep in line, but it's a good thing. But I feel bad for this 7 car right now because he has no help behind him. So he's hanging out to dry. Oh wait, never mind. Is the 78 going to come around and duck behind?
Everybody's kind of about to go full wide into turn number 1.
Because the 78's got a good car, man. He's pushing hard.
Oh, the 78's on the apron.
Now he's below the apron. Now he's gonna
save it.
That's true.
Will he save it?
Oh, that's Truex's luck here in real life.
And it looks like he's going to be able to keep going here, but everybody's coming in the
pack. He will stay below, so as of right now, he stayed below the yellow line, letting the line pass him. So there's 2 packs going on. Believe it or not, I will keep in touch with the first pack, which will be led by the 20. Then the second pack will be led by the 7. So everyone looks like they're going to try to catch up the field by working together.
Yep, but it looks like the 42 does have the lead at this time, but everybody's kind of fanned out now. It almost looks like a 1960 race here at Talladega.
How long do you think that 42 car is going to last hanging out to dry? Because look at the car in second place right now, which will be the 17 and the 4 and the 78 working together. So that car ain't gonna. It's not going to last that long, to be honest with you.
No, it looks like with the 42 being up front, the 41 and the 7, they're kind of getting together, and the 24's behind them, not too far away. So it looks like they might be able to try to build some outside momentum to get around the 42.
Well, if you think about it, yep, and there comes the 41 as of right now. Pushed his way through, and he will take the lead probably. Yep, because the 42 is going to stay low, and the 41's going high, along with the 7. So the 7's got a choice to make here. But it looks like he's sticking with the 41 car, so new leader, the 41.
Yep, it looks like the 7's gonna stick with the 41, but this also brings the 24 into play as he's catching up to the leaders now.
Yeah, and that one thing I've been keeping an eye on here is that second pack led by the 20 and it's the 9 and the 12. They're coming in a hurry. They're catching up to that 24 car. Seems like probably about a second or 2 left.
Yeah, it looks like when you are able to stick together and work together and stay in a single file line, you really do gain a whole lot of speed. Just with this game, you really don't need to bump draft. Like, they've really worked on the focus of bump drafting this game. It looks like it's not really as major of a focus as it used to be here.
Look at that 42
yeah.
trying to go on the outside, and he can't even make a move right now. Like I said, he's going to try to side draft, but that's not going to work right now because you have no help. If that 24 was behind that 42 right now, 42 would have had the lead.
Absolutely,
Not
but it
wrong.
looks like everybody just needs to get organized once again and be able to work together and get up to the front three, because it looks like so far the front three have the advantage as far as running together nose to tail.
Then you also have the third car pack of the 17, the 4, and the 78, which are all looking pretty well together, and they're starting to catch up to that pack led by the 20. I
Yep,
think if
it
them
looks
6 can somehow get about a 6-car train going, they can blow by the leaders.
Yeah, it looks like if you think actually there's 3 packs going on right now actually with the 17, 78, and the 4. Then you have the 9. You have the 9, 20, and the 12. So, with that in mind, you have 3 packs going on, and that's actually a smart thing. Everyone should. Well, it looks like one pack actually disbanded.
Yeah, the 78 got a little
yeah.
loose there on the apron off of turn number 2 once again and kind of fell back a little bit. But we do have about 5 laps of racing to go. It'll be 5 to go once they hit the line here at Talladega for stage number 1.
I hear that pack run by the 20 is catching the 24. The 24 being a lot slower. What are they going to do? They're going to go high.
Looks
on the
like they're going to go
24.
high on the
Oh, look
24.
at the 9's gonna go high, but that ain't gonna work. Oh, look at the 24 now. He just got like good slingshot engaged on him. So Ricky Bobby status over there.
Looks like the
The
24
I
has
like
got
it.
some help from the
Low,
12
trying to
of
push the 12.
being right here so
Wow.
far.
Whoa. No Hendrick car helping a Hendrick car. That is something. So you have one car getting helped by a Toyota, another one helped by a Ford. This is incredible. And it looks like the 12 car said, screw the 24, and I'm leaving this behind.
Oh, but
the
it looks like the 24 gets
says-
into the 12 a little bit there. Oh, and the
Oh.
24's on the apron and in the
24's
grass.
down
He's
the
mowing the
apron.
grass. Brought to you by Scott's.
You also got
for a brief moment.
You also got Bowman the showman just running around in turn 3 by himself.
I
Yeah,
feel bad
once
for this
you- once
88
you-
car.
Once you have no draft, you kind of just you're basically just riding around logging laps, hoping the stage ends. But it looks like we have about 4 laps of racing to go here at stage number
Here
1
comes
now.
The 42's trying to push the 7. The 7 went high, looking to try and get past that 41, but nothing was working. So.
Yep, absolutely. I do want to take the time to acknowledge we do have one viewer in the stream. Hello, viewer. Hope you are doing well. Thank you, and welcome to the stream.
Here comes the 7 up high, looking for the lead. The 42's up high, pushing him. The 41's trying to block.
Let's go back and look at this battle for the lead then. It looks like the 42, you're right, is hooking up with that 7. And it looks like the
there goes
41's just going to
that
let him
car's
go
in the
by.
lead.
The lead.
And we are coming to
This
3
stream-
laps of racing to go. We have 2
Who
viewers
wants
now.
to-
Hello, viewer number 2.
Now, how do you
Welcome to the stream.
You guys now know something? Stage points does matter in these races. So, who wants it? Who's hungry for those stage points?
Well,
So, as we all know, this broadcast is sponsored by Nationwide. Is also on your side because look on your top right corner and Geico.
how
but
conflicting
this
is that?
Very. Pick your. You want to save 5% on car insurance, or do you want something that's on your side at all times? I don't know.
Well, I will say, though, this is a non-points event tonight, so there really is no stage points on the line. Just a bunch
So
of
it's an
bragging
all-star
rights here
race.
at Talladega. Basically, but it is not the official all-star race. I think with some of the new members being added into the league, they just wanted to get a race under their belts. And we're coming to 2 to go here in stage number 1.
Man, if I hope that 42 is going to have to stick on his bumper at all times right now.
Yep, absolutely. And while I'm thinking about it, Adam, make sure you are able to have your voice shared in this party. Just looking out for you. But here we are going through turn number 2 with 2 laps of racing to go between the 7, the 42, and the 41. It's a pretty intensive battle here.
Yeah, I have to tend to agree with that.
It's always allowed. So it's always allowed on my voice share.
All right, cool. And we are coming to the white flag here for stage
88,
number 1.
Just pulled a strategy call and
White
down
flag.
pit road.
White flag on stage 1, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Yes, got to get the Credit One bank in there. But it looks like the 88 is taking a different strategy move as he is already taking a pit stop here.
Ooh, let's see. So that's a good strategy because he was hanging in the back of the pack for a while. So you take a wave around, don't pit at the end of the stage, and go for it. Here comes the 42, guys. I'm enjoying this right now.
The 42 here.
Who's gonna get
once
it?
they get off of turn number 4, I will say the race just begins, but it looks like it's going to begin here a little early, coming in through turns 3 and 4. What will the 41 do? Will he try to make a move?
41 pushed. Woohoo!
41 going to peek to the outside. And coming to the checkered here, stage winner will be Kyle Larson here. Very nice. The 42 tonight is driven by Scout, and he wins stage number 1.
Not surprising Scout wins a stage. He's a damn fast driver.
Yes, he was fast last week at Texas. If you guys were watching last week, he had one of the faster cars for most of the race.
How about that? Whoa, and the 17 just plowed the wall. It looks like we have more car crashes already, the 88.
Well, Ricky Spinhouse plowing the wall at Dega, that's typical.
That is typical. You're right, Rob. That is very typical. So
I will say that I do like the paint scheme he chose for Spinhouse. I like that scheme.
So, Gary, what are your thoughts on Joey Logano winning the championship?
You know,
was this deserved or not deserved?
Well, he was the 4th most consistent driver all year. Just the way this format plays out these days, you gotta win Martin. You gotta win the Martinsville race to get into Homestead. It seems like, and if you do that, then you have a good shot at winning the championship, and you gotta win Homestead. So, I think he's as deserving as anybody else that has won in this format so far.
I think there's only been 2 champions where it's like, oh, they're the guy who probably would have won in the old points format.
Something stopped over here, guys. The 42 just stopped out of nowhere.
And, looks like they are getting all lined up. Not sure. Maybe they're trying to go on pit road here real quick. Yep, everybody's going down pit road.
There's only been 2 champions where I've looked at it, but like, oh, in the old points format they would have won. That was 2014 and 2017 with Truex and Harvick.
Yeah, absolutely. I will agree with you there, but the way the rules are played out, if you win Homestead, you win the championship, then you're the champion. That, as much as I don't like it, that is who he is. He is our champion, and we have to deal with it for a year. And, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, like, you're not wrong.
But I will say, they do need to do something with this chase format to make it entertaining again for points. Because if you look at it, the top 3 going into Homestead, I believe, were separated by 15 points. The top 3, and I think Busch and Harvick were tied going into Homestead. They were. I think if you want to try to mix something up, get rid of the stages, go back to the way it was, and maybe go back to the old Winston Cup format. I think maybe that's what they got to do.
Stages actually reward drivers for being good and having a good car.
Right. I mean, really the only thing I could think of is maybe just get rid of this playoff format and go back to maybe an older style chase, but with the stages.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
I actually kind of like the win in your end because I like how they're going to fight for the position, so... But,
yeah. It does really give these drivers another incentive to fight for something.
You could have that wild card guy like Chris Buescher, or hell, even when Tony Stewart made it his final year, he was kind of the wild card guy with Buescher.
Yep, absolutely. Looks like maybe they're trying to double up here. Looks like they were going pretty quick here, trying to get to the line, I guess. But now everybody's kind of slowing down. And the 42, sponsored by Scott's, is driving through the grass.
No.
You know, we should have a segment of all of the
oh, it looks like 3 wide racing there for a second. Oh man.
Oh, but it looks like 4 and 5 wide, and this is the most exciting stuff we'll see all week, guys.
This is the most unorganized race since the Sony League.
Yeah. It is. Everybody's kind of piling everywhere right now, and hopefully they get it straightened out here in a few moments.
Is there any drivers yelling at each other right now?
Not from what I'm hearing. I'm pretty much ignoring everything that's going on in the tower unless there's a caution. So I've kind of tuned them out for the moment.
If you guys catch my drift, because we remember the not mentioning any names, but we did someone who was from Chicago who kind of yelled at everybody who just wanted to get in line, and I think that's what made it unfair. I don't know. We had a drill sergeant for a race control guy.
For the most part, we did. I will say that. But it looks like they do have 20 laps of fuel for this next stage, so it looks like everybody will be good to go on fuel.
And it looks like the 78 just fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah, waiting on the 78 and everybody to get back in line here for the beginning of the stage, but we've seen a lot of entertaining racing over the years between the 09 of Brad Keselowski winning back in 2009 and between Brian Vickers having his finish here in 2006, and a lot of interesting finishes to a lot of these races here over the years.
How about that 3-4 wide with Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon, and Jay McMurray?
Boyer
as well, yeah.
Those 4 wide.
But it looks like we are going to green this time by. Sorry to interrupt, guys, but we are getting ready to go green. As they approach the Geico restart zone, and the green flag is back out in the air for stage number 2.
The one finish here recently I think of that was, it's not exactly exciting, but that one that ended under caution with Harvick having the transmission when Logano won. I remember everyone thought Dale Jr. won, and they announced Logano. When he started doing his burnout, people started throwing like full beers at him and everything.
No, that is not surprising from the Talladega fans over the years. They have done that to Gordon on 2 occasions, when he won in 2007 and when he won in 2004 here, both in the spring races. I
thought that was 2005 because remember he had the episode 3 Pepsi car, and he won it. All you see is a bunch of guys because he beat Junior, and all you see is the salty fans throwing Bud cans at him and saying "Screw you, Jordan."
Yeah, it might have been 2005. I just remember it being under the old Monte Carlo, so that's why I guessed around 2004, 2005. But yeah, when he broke Dale Senior's record for 77 wins at Talladega in 07, they threw beers at him. So Gordon has had a lot of beer thrown races that he's won here at Talladega Superspeedway.
I think the funniest race I ever seen something like that happened was Kyle Busch. He won the truck race at Pocono this year, and some dude from the IC was sitting about 2 sections away from me, chucked a full can of Natty Light at his truck and hit it right in the hood.
Right, absolutely. It looks like the 17 is trying to make a move here to trying to get up to the front here. And it looks like the 20 is going to go with them. And the 78 is going to go back down to the bottom. Now they're going to get 3 cars here. Looks like the 78 is going to hop back up to the outside. It looks like everybody's going to go to the outside of the 42 now.
The 42 just lost momentum.
And the 7 cars into the wall.
And
it looks like everybody and Scout in the 42 is not happy about the entire high lane going to the outside of the 42.
I think he's just upset because he can't find help. If you respect drivers, you will get help once you need it. So that 42 went from...
and it looks like the 20 is hanging out to dry, and the 17 is going to go to the lead.
What is with these drivers? They feel like...
I will say, from what I've heard about Scout, he is not the. I heard he's one of the more aggressive drivers in the league. So anytime when they get to the race like this, I think they're going to try to leave him hanging out to dry. Just from what I hear around in the garage area.
Well, we all know that 42 car is also driven by Zach Liebers, and he's a. So far this league, as after the first few races racing with him and I have been common. You know how we usually in the past years we were getting down each other's throats, and now I think he's calmed down. I think he's more focused, just winning races and not beating fenders.
I'm sorry, who?
Zach. Who?
I saw it, but then I passed him.
Yeah.
So, Kyle Busch reference there.
Such a big deal in the media about why Ruderman.
Can't drive this place. Oh, looks like the 42 is going to try to make a move to the outside again, but he's going to duck back in real quick. Let's go ahead and take it. The 7 car is off the pace, as always. Let's try to get back up to the front here. Looks like the 17 car.
17's in the lead.
Doing
It
pretty
looks
good
like
right
the 4
now on the
car's trying to
bottom.
make a move, but he has nobody. Gio looks in the 20 car. Looks like he's trying to make somewhere to go here.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to make a move to the outside, getting a little bit of help from Scout, but it looks like they won't be able to go anywhere. You need about, I would say, 3 or 4 cars to make a move to get up toward the front here at Talladega. Otherwise, you're just going to keep stalling and going right back to where they are. But the 78's below the double yellow line again. It looks like he was trying to make a pass.
You got to be aggressive. If you're the leader, you got to be aggressive. The cars behind you. They will force you down the double yellow, make you lose your position, and that's like, see you later. But my car right now, the Gatorade.
Oh, the 78's trying to make a pass to the inside line here. Sorry to interrupt, but it looks like the 17's going to be able to shut the door.
The 17 leads like a plate track.
Has anyone remember the NASCAR 2003 days when they're like the Gatorade front charge of the day? Right now, that reward will go to the 88. Has had didn't have a good start, but now he's in 3rd place. Now he's hanging on to that 3rd place position with his teammate in the 9.
Yeah, it looks like the 88 is going to definitely win our Hard Charger award so far, but we do have one comment here from Hunter Hastings. Hey, Hunter, how's it going? Good to see you. He would just like to say great commentating. We got BS 14 Cars Gaming. He left a comment saying Ricky Stenhouse leading. Interesting. So looks like everybody so far is having their fair share of words here as we're getting going here in this race.
Hey Brad, you know it's a plate track when Spinhouse is leading.
Yes, absolutely. You definitely know it is a plate race. But you know, here so far, it looks like everybody's been able to maintain it green, and everybody's been able to stay in the pack so far in the second stage, really except for the 7.
Yeah,
after the 7 cars hit the wall, he hasn't been able to recover.
The 17's been holding the lead really well. I'll give it to him.
Absolutely. Hurricane Ricky has passed through Florida and is now going through Alabama. Rip. That is from BS14.
Getting some help from this 88 right now. And
yep, and it looks like they're going to go for a move for the lead, and it looks like it's going to happen if everybody can stay out of the wall. They are 3 wide going into turn number 3.
3 wide on turn 3 and 4 going in.
Oh, but it looks like they might be able to keep it here, and the 4 car makes contact with the 24. Off the wall and off the cars.
Only if this could have happened in 2016 instead of having an engine failure, you might be seeing 2-time champion.
Yeah, absolutely, and we're seeing the 78 car back up front here at Talladega. We have another lead change.
How many laps to go on the stage?
It looks like we are going to have about 10 to go is my rough guess. 8 to go, actually. So, as stage 2 is winding down, we are definitely starting to see the intensity pick up. The 1 car, I do want to make an announcement, the 1 car has lagged out of the race, but it was not made very known. But as we see the 78 into the wall, he's going to fall backwards. And the 78's into the wall hard. He is way off the pace. But,
I think he's lagging out too. That looks like a lag.
Yeah, it looks like a lag there for just a moment, but we'll see what happens here as he gets back going again.
Oh, he's all the way in the back.
And so is the 12 and the 7. Everybody's those cars have lost the draft, but the 78 is out of the race. He is on pit road, so he is out of here. But right now we see the 17 back up into the lead.
What's up with the 78 and having engine failure at Dega, damn it?
I don't know. It just seems like some bad juju here. But now the 78's close, so now you got to find a new driver to root for.
I already got my pick in this, and I got the 20 right here. You know, I'm happy that 20 car is back on the racetrack.
Looks like they're having about 8 to go coming to the line.
Ooh, we're gonna have a pick. No, I thought that was close for a second. That 9 car and the 20 are looking like they're about to tango and help each other out to get in front.
Yeah, it looked like there for a minute they were trying to get out of line, but everybody's going to stay in line once again. As we
How about this
are,
top lane right here? Keep an eye on that because you have the two stored Haas cars. Oh, no, never mind. They're going to stay back in the one line. It's
Yeah, it
interesting.
looked like
you
you
can go
might-
from double to one.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's just trying to mind their manners and just log some laps up in here until the end. And as we say that, here comes the 4 car once again trying to make a move.
He's got the 88 and the 41 behind him, so let's see what happens here.
But looks like, will the 20 make a move? I feel like if you need to make a move, you need to make it now.
You got to do it now.
And it looks like we're coming to 6 to go here at the end of stage
I mean,
number
if you
2.
want to wait till like 2 laps to go, you can.
Yeah, you definitely have to make it before the last lap, and if you do make it on the last lap, you got to make sure there's going to be a lot of people that go with you.
Yeah, I have to agree with that statement.
But this almost kind of looks like an ARCA race out here. You got about an 8 or 9 car pack running around on the bottom side of the racetrack.
Oh man! As soon as you mention that, I think of Dover 2017, what Martin Truex Jr. said.
No, it's like it's a freaking ARCA race out here. Yeah, I do remember him saying that, but he did not say freaking. We will save that word for another time.
Yeah, we'll save the F-bomb the other time because
And it
this
looks
is
like,
a broadcast booth.
Yes, we do have another comment from BS14. He said another casualty to Hurricane Ricky. I'm guessing he's going to. I'm guessing he's referencing the contact he had with the 78 just a few moments ago before he lagged out.
Yeah.
Gary, what is your
and
YouTube?
Scout's going to the high side, and it's my name. And
sent you
he's
up
gonna
into it.
stay back down to the bottom of the racetrack. Well, the 42 is just. I think he's just trying to fake everybody out at this point. Oh, nobody. He makes contact with the 24. It looks like he shoves the 24 up the track, and he's going to take the spot from the 24. Scout moving up one more spot. Looks like he's got a little bit of a run, so he's going to try to pick to the outside once again. And the 9's going to go with him this time. And it looks like the 20 might go with him. Coming to 4 to go in stage 2.
That 9 car just got left to dry, but he found a nice lane. But look how the 42 car is going right now. He's getting aggressive as he could be, but he has nobody to help him out. Everyone looks like they're staying behind the 20 car.
Yeah, it looks
And
like
as of right now, no Camaro help, no Chevy power whatsoever to help
Nope.
this 42 car.
not at this moment in time, and you kind of saw that everybody was kind of crowding on. He was kind of crowding on Gio into the turn. Oh, and they have a crash. 9 cars around.
9.
9 cars in the wall. It looks. That's it.
And
There's 2 other cars after, but I couldn't tell
waiting
who they
from the
were.
tower. Waiting from the tower. And yellow flag is out. We are hearing official word from Joe driving the 4 car.
Is out. Wow.
And it looks like they'll be able to get going here. Maybe they're calling it a stage here. I'm not quite sure. But or maybe.
So no mandatory pit stop, huh?
Yeah, we will be getting our mandatory pit stop here in a couple laps unless they're calling the stage early here. Not quite sure what is going on, but yes, they will have to make a mandatory tire change. Whether that's 2 or 4, I'm not entirely sure. But if I'm one of those guys toward the back that hasn't been involved in a wreck, as far as it didn't cause a caution, like if I was a 7, if I was a 12, if I was one of those guys, I would definitely take 2 tires here. If my tires are completely worn out on the lefts.
I think they're trying to double up and go this time.
Yeah, I'm guessing that is the word I am hearing. They're going to try to make it a 1-lap shootout here.
Alright.
Actually, it'll be 2 to
hairy.
go in the stage, so they'll make it a 2-lap shootout for the end.
This is about to get hairy.
yeah,
I
this
would
is
not
where
be
it's gonna
surprised if
go.
we see a big wreck here. It would not shock me.
Hurricane Ricky is gonna strike.
Yes, for sure. And
But
we are
beca-
coming through turns 3 and 4 once again.
Wait, no, Hurricane Danica's gonna strike, sorry.
And it looks like the pace car is ducking down off pit road in the invisible Beltmobile. And we wait the awkward long time for the restart zone here. And I'm going to give the advantage here to the 17 as we are approaching the Geico restart zone, and the green flag's back in the air. Talladega.
Back in the air.
That 20 car did not have a good restart, so that bottom lane is going to be more dominant.
Yeah, it looked like the 20 kind of spun the tires a little bit on the restarts. It really is hard to restart on the outside here. But everybody's kind of hitting the apron here a little bit. Nobody's leaving each other's bumpers. Category 4 wreck inbound. Yeah, you're probably right, BS. But as we are exiting turn number 2, with 2 laps to go on the stage, it looks like the 4 cars going to try to make a move. Everybody's trying to make a move. Here comes the 88 as well.
The 4 car is coming up quick.
The 4 has a big shove from the 88,
oh,
but it looks like
a big shove.
But it looks like they got loose, and the 12 is on the apron.
12's gone.
Everybody's it's
So,
getting pretty hairy up here.
Oh, now everyone's hoping. Here comes the 17 still getting there. Now there's going to be bump and fight. There's going to be a lot
And here we come,
banging.
1 to go in stage number 2. That is too close to call. I don't know who would call that. We're going to go from the blimp on board here, and that will take you to the end of stage 2 in case we have a photo finish.
Look, keep an eye on that 24 now too, because he looks like he wants to make his move someday.
Yeah, it looks like he's got the momentum there. He had
the momentum right where he needed it.
Looks like he's just staying on the bumper for right now. Maybe he's trying to make his move coming off the exit of turn number 4. They are to turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Exiting turn 4. Who's going to make a move? Is it going to be the 17 all by his lonesome that wins
there's a wreck. 20
and the wreck is developing, and that's going to be it here for the 24. He won't be able to get to the back bumper, and 17 wins stage number 2. Eye of the Storm. Yes, it is the Eye of the Storm right now, yes.
Man, I never thought I thought we were going to see a photo finish, but it's okay. It's all good. But
yeah, but that means we have a 10-lap shootout for the end of this race. It'll be interesting to see who will come out on top. But it is going to be a mandatory pit stop here. So we are going to go back to the broadcast view here. No need to be in the blimp anymore. So our blimp coverage is brought to you by Ally Insurance, or Ally Financial. I'm sorry. They
my blimp coverage is going, even though you can't see, it's brought to you by Smithfield. You got all about that bacon and
yeah, gotta love that bacon. You know, Eric Amarola on Instagram this morning was indeed making bacon.
I seen that. Was it Smithfield bacon?
Of course. Why wouldn't it be Smithfield bacon?
Well, we don't know what bacon's bacon to me. Well,
just not turkey bacon. That's not bacon.
I've actually seen
turkey bacon's
bacon before.
Turkey bacon's alright. Canadian bacon's alright too. You know,
I do love Canadian bacon.
Ham.
But it's great ham.
It's good ham.
It's great fried ham. You can't hate on it too much, Rob.
True.
So what do you guys think you're doing here? They got 10 laps to the end here, 20 laps of fuel. Would not surprise me.
One can and 2 tires, or 1 can 4 tires. It all depends on what the fuel mileage is. So we'll see what happens here.
Right. Well, it looks like the 20 didn't go through pit road. Looked like it just kind of. Well, the 20 car got kicked through the pit road. Not sure why that happened there. But we got another comment from BS. It looks like he's kind of spamming us with comments at the moment. Refreshing for me to chill and watch a broadcast instead of actually being in the event. Yeah, it's definitely a different view being able to watch instead of just race. I say whoever has track position has a shot. Yes, track position is definitely key. But George is definitely going to have to pit for fuel. He's got the fuel light on right now, from what I'm hearing. He's going to go around this track at 190 miles an hour to put some fuel in the car and actually change tires this time.
So the 4 car will probably inherit the lead, I think.
Yes. So it looks like...
Well, how about this? I mean, you got the 4 car who's trying to make all the right moves. So let the 20 car go to pit road, and then he'll start in the rear.
But it looks like it is going to be the 4 of Joe. He is not in the 3 this week, Rob. It's kind of throwing me a loop. I'm used to seeing him in the 3 car. But looks like he is going to inherit the lead here for this restart as Recky Stenhouse there gets up into the wall trying to warm up his tires. And looks like the 20 car was able to get his service in and will be coming off of pit road.
You got the Napa Moth Vision lamps.
Yes.
In third.
You know, I might race that car in Martinsville in our league this week, Rob.
I wish we run to the lights. That'd be funnier.
Right, that would be hilarious.
Honestly, one of these night races we have, you have to run that car.
It will more than likely be ran in one of the night races that we do, yes. We are coming down the Alabama Gang super stretch here at Talladega Superspeedway. Rob, you want to give us a little history lesson on the Alabama Gang?
It's named after a group of racers from Alabama, most famously the Allison family, and they're kind of the ones who pioneered racing here at Dega. They have the super stretch named after them. Another fun fact about the track: rumor has it it's built like an ancient Indian burial ground, actually, and that's why a lot of the wrecks happen and stuff.
Yes, I've heard about that, and it was built on an old airfield as well.
Well, the thing is, I'm going to add a little to that fun fact for the Native American land. It's also originally was supposed to be called Talladega, not Talladega.
Interesting. A lot of interesting track facts.
I actually didn't know
also, there is a guy that you left out of the Alabama Gang. Red Farmer is actually a part of the Alabama Gang.
That's right. As
famous dirt racer
down pit road.
Yes, as we approach the Geico restart zone, the green flag is back in the air. We are underway for stage 3.
And the moths of the 9 car have pushed him into the 4 car, and they are pushing him hard.
I wonder if he's treating the rear end of that 4 car like a lamp, or could he be a moth? Very interesting to tell.
I think that 42 car is the moth.
He is yellow, so maybe maybe he's a lamp.
But here we come on the exit of turn number 2. They are still side by side as the 7 car is loose.
What else is new?
He's treating the sun like a lamp, and the 4 cars in his way.
Right. But here we are coming through turns 3 and 4. Looks like everybody's trying to single file out now as we are getting ready for the end of this event. But
this should be very interesting.
How many laps to go? Since I can't
It'll be 9 going so long, I think.
Yes, even though they are on lap 44, I think they are going to extend the race by a few laps so they can get the full 10-lap shootout in. Because they do have 94 laps to work with.
How about that? Whoa, the 9 car's in the wall!
The 9 car's into the wall! And we do have a couple more comments from BS. Yellow equals lamp, hashtag green lamps matter. So there you go. A few more comments there. I do like reading these comments. I do like having the interaction from our viewers. So please keep up the comments as we go forth throughout the rest of the race.
7 cars making a big move here up high, trying to make something happen.
Looks like the 42's on the apron, and he's gonna save it. But we are under caution. Actually, caution is out.
Wow. I wonder what for.
So they took the green flag at lap 44, and they're going to go 10 laps. So they will conclude the race on lap 54, at the end of lap 54, once that is completed. So lap 55, basically. That is confirmation from the tower.
Number.
Yes, yes. But they are throwing the caution, I'm going to assume, for the 9 car. One of the things that it's a struggle with this league. Oh, and the 41's into the walls. We're under pace laps here, but I will say what is weird is they do wait quite a bit for the caution to come out in this league. So, kind of hard to keep track of when they go caution and all that kind of stuff. So, but the pit road will be open this time for anybody that does want to pit.
So how many laps did they put in the options, and then how did they determine to end the race in stages?
Well, they do manual stages, so they did the first 2 stages at 20 laps apiece. The third stage is going to be 10 laps. They're doing the 94 lap race, but they're only going to do about 50 to 55 laps for the third stage. So they took the green at lap 44 for the third stage, and they're going to go 10 laps from there, which will be lap 54 for the end of the race. But as pit road's open here, what are you guys doing? I would stay out here if I'm up front.
I would stay out too. You only got 10 laps left.
And it looks like the back half of the field... Oh, the 7 car was running up front, and he decided to go down pit road. Interesting
There's
strategy.
of,
You'll have the 2 Fords up front here to begin as we go back green. Now, if you're the 4 car here, do you want to go top or bottom? You'll either have the 42 pushing you, or a Stewart Haas teammate there in the 41 pushing you come to the green here.
Yeah, I think you, I'll say, if
I think I'd say the bottom.
The bottom. Yeah, that 42's been a good pusher all day.
Yeah, that 42's been a good pusher, and he's had a fast car when he has been out front, but he doesn't stay out front for very long because everybody tries to get around him really quick. So,
yeah.
Well, I got another comment here from BS. If you're in the back, you pit. If you're in the front, you stay out. Yeah, it looks like that's exactly what happened there. I hate to be the captain of the obvious, but sometimes strategy is quite obvious. But it looks like the 20 car of Gio has also decided to stay out under this caution, along with the 41, the 42, the 17, and the 4. That is your top 5. Looks like everybody is about bundled up here and ready to go for the green flag.
Talladega International Speedway. You want the best, you gotta before best. Wait, that's not dirt.
That's dirt. That's definitely a dirt reference there. I do appreciate the dirt references, though. Everybody, I think, that plays NASCAR Heat 3 does enjoy the dirt, so...
I'm surprised we don't have broadcast dirt racing. That'd be fun, to be honest with you.
Dude, I would be saying slide job in every single turn, even if it's not even close to being a slide job. Because I know nothing about dirt racing, so...
That's where you need 2 experts right here. You need Rob
Right.
and you need Zach. That's
Right.
it. That's and Triton. That's it. The 3 guys in the broadcast booth for dirt racing.
But it looks like the invisible boatmobile has gone back on to pit road here.
It looks like there's a
I
piece
got
of debris on the racetrack.
I got my southern accent now. We are back under green here at Talladega Super Speedway. You know, I got thrown into the southern accent now. There we go. But they are back underway here. 4 car has the lead. Looks like the
Not
17
really.
will be
The
able to
17
take it
has the
here
lead.
and be able to not clear
Oh,
the
he pushes
4.
it down. That 4 car needs to
He
stay
wasn't
low.
even close.
Needs to stay low.
That's pathetic. I had to pull a Jeff Burton reference there.
wasn't
Slide jobs
even
are a
close.
myth. I don't believe about the slide jobs being a myth. Get off my stream if you think
Look at
that's
that 42
a myth.
car running the outside now.
And it looks like the 42 is going to be able to side drive the 17 here. Here comes the 4 car. He's going to stay back into the back. Tough break there for Joe in the 4 car.
How about
Oh,
that
yeah.
12 car behind the 17 right now?
Yeah, the 12 has kind of minded his manners the whole race, kind of stayed toward the back, but now it's time to shine here as we are coming to...
There's 2 lanes going on. Keep an eye on that top lane with the 42.
Yep, the
Can he
42 is
hold
coming into
that?
picture. But looks like we are coming to... We are coming to 7 laps of racing to go. It'll be 6 next time by. As the 17 is still leading with the 12 right behind and the 20 in third. But the 12 is going to come to the outside here.
The 12 is going to come on the outside.
And it looks like he might take
With
the
the
lead
7
here.
push.
It looks like that outside
Oh,
lane is
no,
going to...
he lost it.
Never mind. You know, every time I talk about that outside lane trying to stay organized, it doesn't
Doesn't
happen.
stay organized.
Yeah, so maybe I just need to stop talking about it. But Hurricane Ricky strikes once again as he dumps the 4 car going into turn 1 for the restart, as noted by BS.
Oh, man.
Look
at this
7 laps to go from what I'm hearing. Sorry, I gave you all false information.
It's all right. Don't worry about it. So every broadcaster makes a mistake, but look at this 20 car here. I think he's going to make his moves in the next 2 to 3 laps. I have a feeling he's going to make that move.
If he makes that move, do you see the Chevrolets behind him going with him?
No.
And that's the unfortunate part. If you want to make some moves, you got to have some people go with you. Otherwise, you're just going to go right back to the back.
I mean, everyone's going back to the single file right now. If you think about it, you have the 20 ready to go, but will the 88 go with him? Maybe, maybe not. You don't know what the communications are going with these drivers. You don't know who's cool with who. And there's a traffic, the tri-oval, and the night car just hit the other traffic cone.
But we do have a couple more comments here. I want to highlight one more from BS. We need to start a charity for hurricane victims, for Hurricane Ricky victims. I guess we could donate to the Red Cross at 9990000 or something like that. But here we are.
If you think about it, the victims of Hurricane Ricky goes to Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s land.
Yes, it does go to the graveyard that he does have there.
Graveyard.
Yes, he does. Looks like we are coming up on lap 52 of 94 here. I'm not sure when this race is going to end. Looks like we're going to have 5 laps of racing to go. Sorry, 5 laps to go here at Talladega. But looks like everybody's kind of minding their manners. Maybe no, they are not. Maybe they're trying to get the outside lane going again here for one final push. But the 42 is going to try to make a move.
He's got something up his sleeve. Oh, he pushes the 20 out of the way.
Somebody's trying. Actually, I hear that people are actually wanting to work with Scout to get up to the front, as Scout is trying to look racy, from what I hear, up into the control tower. Yes, it does not happen very often. As we come to the line with 4 laps of racing to go at Talladega.
Man, I don't know what this 20 car is up to, but he's up to something. But if I was that 88 car, I would go help him. But my worry is like what the rest of the cars are going to do. The outside of turn 2 is your best bet. Get on that backstretch and go for the drag. That's all you have to do. I don't know what this 20 car is going to do, but I think he's going to do something here. We all know that 17 is not going to hold much longer, but if you got the momentum, go for it.
Yeah, and if I was the 20, I would try to even lay back a little bit, come back to that 88.
The 42's out of the way.
Yeah, the 42's going to go back in line here. But if I was at 20, I would just lay off that gas just a little bit to get that 88 to push me to possibly get a slingshot move going.
How about that 24 trying and no one's helping?
Yeah, 24 out of the groove there.
And
the 42, helping. But nobody's helping him. 3 laps of racing to go as they hit the start-finish line.
I don't know, guys. That 17 just left a nice little spot right there. So if that 20 car had a little momentum, saying I'm going to come on your inside, game over.
That could have been a game changer right there for the end of this race. They're going to the completion of lap 57. So we are coming here. Oh, it's the start of 57 is when the completion of the race here. Okay, so the end of 57. They don't know when they're ending this race. So they are coming around to 3 to go this time. The lap count keeps increasing every single time. But we are having 3 laps of racing to go at Talladega.
Talk about miscommunication and talk about keep it organized, guys. Come on.
But it looks like we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, about an 8 car front pack here.
And it looks like the 12 car is all the way in the back and saying, oh man, I wish I was up there.
Yeah, he did have a nice little run going, but that was about it. But coming off of turns 3 and 4, we will be coming to 2 laps of racing to go this time.
Who wants this? I mean, who wants the bragging rights? And
it looks like there's going to be some moves making here on the exit of 4 between the 42 and the 4. They're trying to make something happen, but they were not close enough, so they're going to go back down in line. 2 laps to go.
I think the 20 car is definitely still in the catbird seat.
Yeah, because I could definitely see either him being a little too loyal and these 3 Chevrolets, the 88, the 24, and the 42, trying to make a move.
Yeah. But if he...
This is your chance right here. You got to go for it. Go for it now. But I don't think they're... I don't know. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, you really don't know what's going to happen here. It's pretty unpredictable, but when they go through 3 and 4, they'll be coming to take the white flag this time. This is a very tight race in the 24s into the wall.
24. Hard.
Aggressive goes around. Coming to the white flag this time.
And the crowd doesn't roar because they all like Byron.
White flag in the air here. Sponsored by Credit One Bank for the final time. Here comes the 20 car. Is he going to make a move with the 88? It looks like he will.
Yes, he is.
The 88's going to go with them. Oh, and the 88 ducks back down. Oh, caution's out. Caution is out. Caution is out from what we heard. They're going to take a green-white checker.
Wow.
NASCAR overdrive
the 20 car was in the lead. The 20 car was in the lead.
I don't know when they called it, so it'll just depend on when they called the caution. But I think the 17 will still maintain his lead. But we are coming into NASCAR overdrive. I hate the term overtime in NASCAR, so we're going to call it overdrive.
All right, well, we're driving. Now, do you guys remember the last time the 17 and the 20 were up front? What happened? The 20 spun his tires, did not have a good restart. So, in order to have a good restart here, you got to be on that timing. So, can the 20 car finish the job? Can he not make the same mistake he did before?
Yeah, I noticed that one of the keys, they are going to open pit road this time, but I did notice one of the keys to having a good restart on the outside line at any track, you really got to go a little bit faster than the leader to time it just right.
Looks like,
the leader is going down pit road. Very interesting call.
In pit road is...
I am amazed that he's willing to give up his track position like that.
Now, do you guys know something? And then there's also another little favor. The 88 car, he was in the back of the pack at the first stage, worked his way up in the second stage, and now look where he's at in this stage, in the final. He's in second place. He
is right up front, right when it matters the most, but I think it's the first time we will see the 20 as a control car all night long. So it'll be interesting to see how he calls this restart. But looks like everybody's going to be able to come out here. And your top 3, it looks like it's going to be the 20, the 88, the 41.
The 42.
And the 42, and then I believe that's the 17 and then the 9.
17 and the 9.
Hey, I got it right. I got it right.
What is the 17? Was the 17 out of gas, or did he have no tire pressure? We don't know. Who knows? Speaking on live car radio right now, we could have. we should talk to Gio and be like, "Hey, Gio, it's Gary from the booth. Can you got me?" That'd be pretty cool if we go into the driver.
Yeah, that would be cool to have a nice race reporter. I will try to get with somebody. We'll try to get with Brandon to possibly have one for our next race. But we have another comment as we are getting ready to go green here from BS. Maybe he's trying to learn something for the chase race, talking about the 17. Maybe he's trying to see what he could do to go from the back to the front here. That could be a possibility strategy call here. As the invisible boatmobile is going down pit road here for the final time, hopefully for the final time, as we are getting ready to go to the Geico restart zone. I now work there. Thank you, Geico. As the green flag's back in the air here.
Whoa!
And the 17's way outside.
Oh, I thought that was the 88. Can't tell, but here we go. Who's gonna? This
up in second, my good sir.
I thought. Well, I couldn't tell. White car, you gotta know. Look at this.
And the 20 car is going to go to the lead and maintain it.
That 42 is pushing the absolute heck out of it.
And he is getting a big push from the 9 as well.
So, no mistakes are made here.
Looks like everybody's somewhat maintaining a clean race here, but it looks like there's going to be a 3-car line trying to make a big run here toward the end of the race as we are coming off of turn number 4 for the final time. And
The
looks
20
like we're going to have the white flag coming out this
Oh,
time. The
the
20 and the
42
42 make contact.
The
Oh, they're
20
going to go
went from
3
being in the
wide.
catbird seat to being
And the
in
white
lead.
flag's in the air. Who is going to come back to the finish, or will there be a wreck?
Well, let's see what happens. I have a feeling that 20 car is not going to hold, so that 42 is coming. And here he comes, along with the 4. But
Oh, the 12's loose.
Oh,
Oh,
we
they
got a
wreck.
wreck.
There is
The
a big
12
wreck
into the
behind
wall.
him.
Oh, the 9's looking so
Oh, there's a
hardcore.
lag.
There's
I
also
saw-
a big one.
No caution
is
from
it?
what I'm hearing. No caution from what I'm hearing. They're going to race it back to the line. Who
Oh, man,
will be
that's
able to
nuts.
come to the finish here? The 9 car is trying to make a move to the outside, but the 42 is there. Who is going to hold it wide open? Who's going to be able to come back? The race is just beginning here at Talladega as the 9 car is trying to make it to the outside for the final time. And from top to bottom, Eric Jones wins at Talladega. The 20
Congrats
car
to
of
that
Gio.
20 car. Woo, my pick.
And it looks like we have a winner. Who?
Winner, chicken dinner.
Yes, BS. The 42 never had help in this race. He never really did. But thank you to the 2
Unfortunately.
viewers that are watching. Appreciate y'all. Every single one of you. Yes, congrats to Gio. Oh, wait a second. I'm hearing something new. They are going to have a 1-lap shootout to determine the end of this race. That is what I'm
Why
hearing
would they
from
do
Joe
that?
in the tower.
Why would they do that? The race was
think
pretty
Joe-
much over.
I think Joe's just trying to benefit himself at this point.
I am not going to confirm nor deny that allegation. They do have quite a bit of green-white checkers built up here because they are running half the distance. So, but Gio has about 5. I'm giving away Gio's strategy. He's got about 5 laps left of fuel, with the oil temp of 182, and his aero is 100%, his radiator is 100%, and his engine is 100%. Just giving away all your info, George. There, but it looks like pits are open. Potentially.
That 20 car is
And the
not
24,
going
the
in
12,
this time.
and the 9 car making a last-second ditch effort to go down pit road. And the 42
So,
will be starting on the outside line, and it looks like he's going to be hung out to dry here.
Now, do you think, with this amount of caution laps, do you think he's going to have to do is keep it slow, maintain your fuel? I don't know.
Well, he is 5 laps to the good right now, and he might have to pit if there's another green-white checker.
I don't understand why they need another green-white checker in the first place.
Right. I'm
This is
not
gonna get
understanding
exciting.
why they're doing this. Liam CL, Liam, thank you. Are you guys real broadcasters because you guys are great? Liam, it is unfortunate. We are just amateurs. I don't think I'm good at this, but apparently I am good. But Rob and
I mean,
Adam
I want to go to
here.
school for this.
You didn't go to school for this?
I want to go to school for this.
Oh,
Sports
you want to?
broadcasting, sports media is like one of my things.
Right, right. Well, Adam, this is his first race commentating, I do believe. But then Rob has done a few races with me off and on. But you know, broadcasting's pretty fun. You know, it's fun to do this every about once a week.
It's all about just talking about the race, and it's all about who really enjoys it the most. Heck, I would like to broadcast my own races. What's up, buddy?
Adam was so serious about this. He talked to Chris DeVoto one time about it.
Oh, really?
That is true.
My
during
girl
the Jimmy
Krista.
Johnson signing.
Yeah.
During the Jimmy Johnson signing at Dover last year, Chris DeVoto, I actually asked her because she's into this sport, and she's doing journalism and not broadcasting, but she's journalism and she's doing
The
what
pre
they
and
call
post race
that?
shows, yeah.
Yeah, like, talk shows. And I asked her, what'd she do for this? Like, what made her do this? And, she gave me a good, solid answer. And she said she just loves to do it. And she wasn't into NASCAR at first. And then she said, and I enjoy every moment of doing this. And, she told me what school she did, what qualifications she had. all that. So she really gave me a little guideline of how to be a sports
And the
broadcaster.
green
That's
flag
good.
is
And the green
back
flag
in
is
the
back
air.
out in the air as we see the 20 car of Gio getting a really good restart with the 4 right behind him.
Yeah, this is this is interesting. That 20 car is.
He's been able to stick to the yellow line. Yeah, he looks like he's been able to stick to the yellow line all night long, and everybody's leaving the 42 out to dry as he's going to be able to duck back in line. But it looks like everybody's going to try to get around the 20 now. But the 20 has to block both lanes.
That 4 car's looking. The 17's looking to go behind him.
Bad for
Is
the
there enough?
42.
And it'll be 1 to go this time by.
Whoa, someone's on the apron.
Hopefully everybody
That 9
will make
car
it
is
clean and
hooking.
green here. That 20 car is able to hook it down to the yellow line and stay there. Nobody's really been able to mess with him all night long. But here comes the white flag is in the air. One more time to go, hopefully. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. As the 9 is all the way up the rear end of the 20 car. He might be in his fuel pan. But here comes the 17 trying to make an outside move. It looked like the 9 might have gone with him there for a moment. But coming off of turn number 2 here, it looks like the 9 might try to make another move. 20 cars going to block, 20 cars going to block again. Here comes the 17. Textbook block by Gio there. Very, very nice block. He's going to make it, he's going to swing it wide going into turn number 3. I think you got to make it wide here coming off the exit of 4. Especially if there's a run to the outside. But it looks like coming off of turn number 4, the 20 car is going to try to make a block here.
Here comes the 9. The 9 ain't going to go for
From
it. Now
bottom
here comes the 7.
to top.
3 wide.
They are going to be 3 wide for third on back, and it is official. Gio wins at
Oh,
Talladega.
the big wreck behind. And
The race is over, hopefully.
What happens behind him? Junior wins at Daytona.
This is a non-point race, and first race back, Gio wins it. He is 1 for 1 in the series.
Look at that.
Good for
Ooh,
him.
little.
Oh, and they're still
They're
wrecking
still
behind
wrecking.
him, in front of him.
Well, anyone turn that 20 car around? I don't think so. Looks like the 88's going to be a class act and say congratulations.
You give him a little bump and a congratulatory bump.
Man, I'm very proud of Gio keeping that 20 car alive. Really, I am. Because as a former
Here comes
driver
the
of that
4 car
number.
Giving him a nice little bump.
Yep.
Little tap.
What is Dega
Gio
without a
and Joe
last
were
lap
good
crash as they take the checkered, says BS. This is very true. You know, it seems like every time there's a last lap crash at Talladega behind the leaders. But looks like the 20 car is going to try to stay out and do some burnouts here for us. That would be phenomenal as he's not going very fast here. Looks like he's going to bring it down to
I guess that
slower
17
pace.
looks a little. Whoa!
Help him.
And it looks like he's going to make a stop here and do some burnouts. Oh,
There he goes.
Oh, there he goes. There's your burnouts there. Burn
There's
it
your
down.
Sunoco winning moment right there.
Yep.
Sunoco, fueling victory.
Yep.
One more comment from BS. I would like to mention it is a Tony Stewart reference. Are you ready for this? I'm disappointed
Yep.
we did not wreck enough cars.
Yeah.
We should make this track into a figure 8. That's going to be my vote for next week. Yes.
Gio burning that thing down. My
Yes,
God.
he is. He has got a lot of burnouts going on. He has actually overheated that engine.
He's having
And
fun
he's
with
coming down here, and he's going to burn it down along with his engine. More burnouts.
You smoke them down, burn them down. Now,
But
is it
congrats
me,
again to the 20.
like I said, as a former driver of that car, I'm very proud to see that in victory lane.
And Gio has a motor problem. His motor's actually blowing up now. He has burned this thing down to a pulp. I'm watching his stream right now, and he's it is burnt pretty good.
Hey, when you got tires, you got to do it.
He's got 1 lap left of fuel, so I think he's just going to bring it down pit road and kill it. So
Kill the car. That's all you got to do. 1 in Dead or Alive for killing a car.
But I'm going to go ahead and disconnect from the menu, and Gio is out of fuel. I think that was his goal, to end the car out of fuel here. And I'm going to absolutely. I'm going to try to get in here with Gio and try to interview him for post race.
We off there?
We are waiting.
Here.
And we are here with our race winner, Gio. Gio, make sure you're unmuted for this wonderful moment. Good. All right. So, Gio, your first race back, you go out there and win the race. How's it feel? Yeah, it looked like they had a few green-white checkers there toward the end. How were you just able to keep it clean, especially maintaining that double yellow line? It seemed like you were able to hold that all race. Any other questions from you two?
Now, Gio, you were my pick for this race, believe it or not, because you are driving the car that I drove in our former league. How did you maintain track position with pit stops, and what was your strategy going there, like going to this final stage? Because you said you were 5 laps short. What were you thinking? Were you thinking of going to pit road, or were you not thinking of going to pit road?
We
Rob,
did.
any
We were
questions?
able to capture one of your saves tonight, so that is very good. Yes, Rob, you got any questions for Gio?
You guys actually took the questions I was gonna ask, so I'm happy.
Right on, right on. Well, once again, we thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the next video.